Well, I've got this 69 in. This is a far cry from our street sleeper that we're working on from John Bell's truck. When John Bell's going down the interstate in his truck, you won't even know anything's going on until he passes you. This one here, when you got a root style blower sticking out of the hood of a 69 Camaro, kind of hard to hide that. This is a LS motor out of a truck, 6.0. It's got a root style magna charger on it. This thing will make around 600 horsepower, and that's fairly tame for this setup. This engine here is capable of making almost double that without a problem. So this thing will be very dependable, extremely powerful, ought to run like a champ. I've gotten where I'm doing a lot of these LSs. It seems like when one goes, another one comes. It's a little bit of mind work you got to do here to make this motor communicate with the transmission and the vintage air and the cab and all mesh together. So I don't know how many of these I've done that have been started at other shops. Then it all gets kind of thrown together and it all gets a little bit out of control, and then it comes to me. Now once it gets to me, I make notes. I've done this so much, I get it organized, get it planned out, and then we can start assembling this thing. I'm already getting a handle on the wiring, and I've already got the fuel system somewhat squared away. It's not that complex if you just kind of understand what you're doing here. It's just like a regular motor that came out of the thing. You got to have fuel, you've got to have coolant, you've got to have your electrical supply, and then you just go from there. Just a little planning and studying, and you can make this work. This thing's got a pretty neat little transmission shifter. This is the transmission shifter. It will not have a shifter on the column or in the floor. This is it. It operates a servo motor. So when you go to drive, servo motor actually pulls the lever on the side of it. Then the rest of it's electronic. I got a FL65E transmission in it. So it'll be upshift, downshift if you want to use this, or just leave it in drive and it'll work just like a regular shifter. And you can run a paddle shifter with it. So I really enjoy doing these LS swaps. This one's going to be fun to put all this together and then drive it down the road to see how it does. I've got a lot of custom interior that he's wanting me to put in it. I've already got the coolant system pretty much done. I've just got boxes of parts where this thing has been bounced around from shop to shop. He's bought a lot of stuff that actually wasn't really needed in this, so some of it I can use, some of it I can. I'm trying to organize what we have, what we don't have. Spent about 3 hours the other day just going through inventory what we have and what we need, and then making those orders. So now I've got parts that are rolling in. I've got my wiring harness to plan on it. I'm making notes every day on what I need, and we ought to roll through this pretty quick and pretty easy. So let me give you a little closer look at this thing, and I'll show you what I'm dealing with. Alright, under the hood here, you can see that I've already started on some of my wiring. I've already got my fuel system run up in here. This is a LS engine, 6.0 out of a truck. It's got aftermarket performance heads on it. It's got the Magna Magna blower on it. I'm going to put air conditioner on it. I've got my fan shroud in. I've got to put a blower cooler up front here. I've got that ordered. There's an old one there that I don't really like, so I'm getting rid of it. I'm going to put my blower pump probably up over there in that corner, and then all my wiring I've actually changed the way that somebody had it before, and I've run right through the firewall right up here at the bottom. I can go up around my vintage air unit inside there. I've taken my vintage air unit back loose. I've mounted my computer up over here. I'll probably mount my fuse panel up here where you can get to it. Had to take everything out of it. In the beginning of this video, you saw where this is the original setup that goes on these blowers, and I got with magna chargers to see if they had something that was a little better look and usability, because this puts my air filter right here to where my battery is, and then I was going to have to put an air filter where the battery is, relocate the battery over there. It doesn't fit. It's going to have to modify that. Just a huge amount of stuff. So even the battery kit, relocation kit for this Optima battery was like $139. Well, the original battery mount kit had been $19. So got with magna charger, I found out 0405 GTO had this little small spacer right here. And putting this spacer in here, I can go straight into the back of my cowl. We're going to get rid of the wipers. I'm going straight into the cowl with it. I got with K&M filters. I'm going to order 2 filters. I'm going to fabricate a panel, make an insert, and then my fresh air will come in through the cowl into the back of the blower, which gives it a much better look. So in doing so, now with that big piece out of the way, this looks better, looks cleaner. I took my coil packs off of the valve cover, and I'm probably going to flip them around and put them down in here somewhere on both sides. So that's really cleaning up even more. Now I think I'm going to buy a flat hood, and then I will cut this out. So just half of this pulley here you'll see, cut it right around here, and then back, and then that part of it, it'll probably start disappearing right in here somewhere, but the front part of it will be sticking through the hood. Flat hood, paint this solid black, maybe send this out and have it chrome, have that sticking out of the hood. It'll be an awesome look, be extremely fast. And this thing will still probably get over 20 miles a gallon. Have this overdrive transmission, have the air conditioner, be able to run and drive it anywhere. I really enjoy doing these LS swaps. So, got most of my wiring harness squared away. I've got my blower water system pump and cooler radiator for the blower, all that in place. So our nothing to hide vehicle here is coming right along. Now you can see here with that piece gone here, I can run my intake back through here. So I've taken and put my throttle body right here, and then just took the original adapter I had for my plenum right here, put my mass airflow sensor, I bolted it right into the cowl right here, got rid of my wiper blades and wiper system, and I'm going to box this in inside here. K&N's got me 2 filters coming. That'll be 810 CFM between the 2 of them, which is plenty for this blower. It needs between 700 and 800. If you ever know, you can just give your engine package to K&N Filters. They can tell you how much CFM you need for air filtration. And these will be popped in right here, and then under my cowl vent where the vents are, you'll see these nice pretty little red K&N filters under there. It'll be ram air, just like NASCAR. If you look at some of the NASCARs, a lot of them bring in that air because it's cool, charged air from that windshield, from that downdraft. So that ought to work out really nice. You can see how much cleaner it looks without all that on here. Blower gonna stick out of the hood. I'll cut my hood out and maybe chrome this. This will be a black hood that's flat, and this big blower sticking out the top of it. I moved those coils, so this will be a really neat little project. I'm looking and researching on possibly one of them oval shaped roll bars. They call them light bars, sport bars, to put in it. And got some really nice gauges I've got planned on ordering. So it's coming along really well. Let me get back at it, get my wiring straightened out. I got all my fuel system done, and it won't be long we'll be firing this puppy up and then having her out on the road to see what it'll do. So stay tuned.